Hello, you extended range people, or you normal 6-string people if you leave out the seventh. Don't leave out the second string, the 7th string. I should start this video over, but I'm not. Hey, I was in Italy at the Padua or Venice Guitar Show or Guitar Show Italy, and I met Luca Battistoni, Luca number 3 or Luca number 4. Everyone was Luca. And his strangely named company, BHI. No idea why that is named that. That's not a great name, Luca, but that's what your company is called. And he had some modern guitars, and I play 7 strings when I have to, and sometimes you have to, even though I played 7 strings since 1990. My third guitar was a 7-string. In the first year when I started playing, I immediately had a 7-string. So I've been with 7 strings for a long time, but I play them when I need to, because there is more of everything. But then I played his Cassiopea in Italy, and I was blown away. I didn't even notice that it was a 7-string. I had to adjust none at all to the guitar. It was light, it was responsive, it was singing. What a great instrument. And he had already sold that one. But then we chatted afterwards, and he said, I'll build you a new one. And I didn't really tell him anything. And he literally nailed almost everything that I would like about a modern 7-string guitar. So he sent me this masterpiece of a guitar. Now, it is called the Cassiopea. I can already not tell you how much it is. I think his guitars were 2,000 plus, so not ridiculous at all. This is not 4, this is not 5. It's somewhere between 2 and 3. Ridiculously, reasonably priced for a handmade guitar in Italy. It comes in this not quite mono style, but almost very nice gig bag. Thank you, Leslie. Definitely nicely protected. In the back, it's got a strap lock, which are in the thing. In the front, it doesn't. 7 strings, 2 pickups, which are Seymour Duncan, Pegasus, and Sentient. They're like the, metal, proggy kind of pickups. Black, Seymour Duncan. Truss rod here, big plus. Locking tuners, big plus. What a super insanely stunning quilt maple top. And I love turquoise. And he went from dark blue to turquoise. Matching headstock, that's my thing. What a stunning flame maple fretboard. Look at it. It's just ridiculous. It is so beautiful. Then we've got abalone off-centered dots. So they're there, but they're not in the way. 24 frets. And of course, multi-scale. Lilo Dulles multi-scale. And in the back, held by a bridge by Hipshot. So the tuners and the bridge are Hipshot. Very simple 3-position switch volume. No more than that. No single coily push-pull. No, it's got 3 sounds, and that's it. The Hipshots are open. There are high-quality tuners, as you would expect on a high-quality guitar. There's a veneer, a thick-ass veneer, 2 or 3 millimeters actually, of quilt on the headstock. And that neck, I'm going to say is Wenge or walnut? What is it? Wenge, Purple Heart, and in the very middle we got Bubinga. That is just to die for. I love Wenge necks. Like if I can pick a neck, it's going to be Wenge or Rosewood. And what does he do? He does what I love. Wenge or Rosewood. 4-point screwy thingy. Ferrules. We got a wooden cover with a little bit of a thing there so you can get your thumb and your nail in there to lift it up. And look at the beautiful carve back here so you can easily access all the high-end frets. I mean, it doesn't help you with that because you don't play like this, but it's there. And even the back, it's a 2-piece body, and that is Swamp Ash. Curly maple fretboard. Jumbo stainless steel frets. Black Tusk by Graphtec. Hey, Graphtec. Bolt-on, Michael Bolt-on neck. It's a 25.5 here, and the 26.5 there, so it's exactly 1 more. 16-inch radios, I don't know what that means. High gloss. It's a phenomenal guitar, and the great thing about it is usually 7 strings are bulky. They are heavier, and just everything is bigger. On this one, because it's kind of cut here, it isn't. Everything is it top heavy? Yes, but you can see the upper horn is longer. On a strap, absolutely perfectly balanced. That's why you have the longer upper horn. The multi-scaleness, you don't even notice. I don't notice. It just works. We can see lumen lace on the side. Right there, beautifully done, as it should be on a modern guitar. Now it's focusing here. Come on, you can see the luminace. I got 2 things to bitch about. And again, this has been built for me. No money has been exchanged and no money is being paid for the video, but I get a phenomenal guitar that I can show you on a regular basis now. Yet, it's a review, so I gotta bitch about some things. So, bitching A, which you would probably never notice, but I took pictures, high res. It is clearly a high gloss finish, but it's a thin high gloss finish, and I don't think you can see it. There's little dimples where the paint kind of sunk in the wood. I don't think you can... No, see, if maybe there... No, you can't see it. So if it's something you can't see, even in that camera, why am I even bitching about it? Well, it's not a perfect high gloss. It's a high gloss with a couple of little dimples, which if you're really picky, you can see. Nobody gives a shit. Again, nobody should give a shit, but it is something that I have to point out. The tuners right here are not in line. They are a little bit crisscrossy, wibbly wobbly. Luca, maybe use a ruler or something. Look at these. See? Like especially, well, this one right here. That's crooked. That one's crooked. And it's not crooked because the side is crooked, because this is straight. Is it something that makes the guitar bad? No. Is it something why you would send the guitar back? No. Is it something I expect to be straight on a high-end handmade instrument? Yes, I do. So, love you, Luca, but come on, get that shit straight. I cannot express enough how much I love this thing. From the first moment you hold it in your hand, you notice a very unique neck. It's got a sharper edge right here, a little bit rounded off here. Not something that impedes your playing at all, but it is definitely a flatter. It feels flatter. And it feels sharper up here, but not badly sharp, just saying. And the neck is very thin for a 7-string. And the playability is utterly insane. I play this and I just feel like I'm playing any guitar that's a normal 6-string. It just has an extra string. So we're going to go through some sounds here. Right here is the Tone King, couple cleans, with a 412 Greenback loaded cap. Now, people say, why multiscale? Well, it has nothing to do with tuning, which some people think. It's a better tuning. It has nothing to do with that. A low string needs to be tighter to respond faster. The more it is, the slower the response will be. The more it is, the faster the response will be. To get more and not you need to lengthen the scale, because then to get the same pitch, it has to be tighter. Which means on the low strings, that tightness is a good idea. On the high strings, it would mean you can't really bend them, and the strings might potentially even break. So in order to have the normal playability on the high strings, but a tighter response on the low strings, which you want, you have to make it longer. So the lower strings are longer, the higher strings are shorter, which is why a bass has longer strings, because you need the tightness. That's all that multiscale is. Now, we could just debate whether or not these should be crooked, but I really think that probably tonally doesn't make the biggest difference. If you think it does, please comment. Crooked pickups are difficult to find, just saying. Mixo, okay, in the middle. Nice and lean, nice and quacky in the middle. And that's really all there is. We're gonna go into the RedSeven, also from Italy, on the Vintage channel. Nice. What am I doing? I don't know how to play guitar. There's an E. Here we go. We're gonna go into the Revv Generator 120 Mark III on the purple channel. Not a lot of gain, because that's where it's at. And that works. We're moving on. Do we need the MVP66? I don't think so. That's a JTM style classic amp. No, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense with a modern guitar. But the 2CP module in the Syn 50, that makes sense because that's Petrucci-esque. And actually, this reminds me in terms of playability a lot of the Majesty, which is pretty high praise. I feel very comfortable on this. And we move on to a couple more amps, which make sense, which would be... What is that? 13, 14. That is the Peavey 6505 Plus. Orange Rockerverb 50. And the bottom line is, this is a phenomenal instrument. It plays beautifully, it's got character, it's got uniqueness, it's got hand buildability, it's got a really, really cool guy behind it, doing it in a one-man show in Italy. It comes in a great gig bag, it comes with an authenticate of certificate. It comes from hands that made this with love. If you could see the top distinguished from the body right there with this amazing color just sparkling at you in that turquoise. I know I like the classic guitars, but holy crap, this makes me happy. It will be used on anything that needs the heaviness, on anything that needs the low end. It's just a great tool, and I love how light it is. A couple of people that were here were like, whoa, that's not a 7-string. Whoa, it's so light. It's probably the best of both worlds when it comes to an in-between between a headless guitar that are, of course, they're lighter and all that stuff. And I think he also makes them in headless. But I like the fact that it has a head, everything easy, locking tuners. It's just, it's good. And the price, can't tell you exactly what it is. I couldn't reach him right before the video. But contact Luca to get a quote for your own Cassiopea or any of his models. But I recommend the Cassiopea, either in 6 or 7 string. Don't know if he makes 8. Probably. It's a custom guy. Why wouldn't he make an 8? Bang for the buck, you're getting a phenomenal instrument. And I guarantee you that from Kiesel or Ibanez or Mayonnaise or any of those brands, this quality and this custom shoppery will not be at that lower price point. The Italians are nuts when it comes to the guitar pricing, and you can take advantage of that. So check it out. Links below and all that good stuff. Please, with the bell and the subscribe and the Instagram, do all of it because it really helps me do this job. If you don't do that, my job gets a lot harder, and it costs you nothing to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Grindr, all those things. I apologize for not having a good sweater today. This one's totally silly. It doesn't even have a unicorn on it. What the fuck? Thanks for watching. Thanks, Leslie, for switching. And animals at the end.
And you won't surrender to the blind leading the blind.